Hi everyone, welcome back to Maximum Attack Rallying, or welcome for the first time if this is the first video that you're watching. Oh, it's an exciting week. It's rally week. I love rally week, and it's quite interesting actually. So I saw a poll on Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it, yesterday, asking what new championship I am most excited for this weekend, and I think it was on the race. And it listed MotoGP and various things that are kicking off this weekend. And I just thought, do you know what? I'm not excited about any of those. The championship that I'm most excited about that starts this weekend is the British Rally Championship. Finally I can say that, because the BRC is back and the entry for, as I've said in previous videos, the entry for the first round is unbelievable. There finally seems to be a real buzz around the BRC again, and oh, it's so good to see. So good to see. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the opening round, just to do a little bit of a preview. Just to open things, I will also say thank you to everyone that entered the competition for tickets to the Northwest Stages. That was brought to you by the rally themselves and by Gloss Fuel. So thank you to everyone that entered that. Good luck to the winner. I hope you have an amazing time if you're watching this. Where do we begin with the rally itself? Oh man, there's a lot to talk about. We'll talk about the entries a little bit, just so you are aware. Let me go through the schedule quickly. So the ceremonial start is on Friday at 6:30 in Garstang. That great, isn't it? You know, it's great to see these British closed road events doing these town centre starts and interacting with the public. On that, I must say that the organisers of the Northwest Stages do deserve a lot of credit. They've been doing a lot of work in that area. In terms of engaging with the public and with local residents. They've been going to schools in the run-up to the event, taking cars to schools. Absolutely brilliant. I love to see that stuff. It's so important. I always say this, and it was something that I always tried to do if ever I had my old Escort rally car anywhere, if you know, because I took it to a few shows and things, is let people experience it, let people touch it, let kids sit in it, because it's that kind of thing that could create the rally drivers, marshals, organisers, or fans or spectators of the future. So any chance we get, we have to show off. So I think it was really great to see, you know, coverage online of the organising team going out to schools and things and engaging with people. Super important. Then the rally action itself is on Saturday. So first stage is at 9 o'clock UK time, obviously then 9:20, 10:05, 10:48, 11:04. Then we've got a lunchtime service, I think that's at Myerscough College, and then obviously a repeat of the morning stages, and the ceremonial finishes back in Garstang in the afternoon. So that's your schedule. So one day event, 10 stages. Oh, it's exciting. Let's get on to the really important stuff. Who's going to win? Man, I did the Pondy's Tash podcast. We recorded it last night, and we were talking about who's going to win. It's so difficult. It's so difficult to pick from the top three. But even, you know, if you look at the entry generally, there are some great names. So seeded at number one, and I think my pick for the win is Chris Ingram, the 2022 winner. And I think in some ways that's an easy pick. You know, Chris is obviously a driver that has competed at WRC 2 level. He won the event back in 22, as I said. So he should be the obvious choice, you know, as a WRC 2, not regular, semi-regular, though he's had quite a few outings. He should be the benchmark for everyone else, shouldn't he? So I've picked him for the winner. There are a couple of caveats I would add to that, though, that do slightly go against him. He isn't in the best car. So for this round, he's in a Polo. We will come to the changes for that in a minute. But he's in a Polo for this round, and obviously the Polo is quite an old car now, so that is a little bit of a disadvantage. And he hasn't had lots and lots of seat time, has he? You know, he doesn't compete as regularly as he would like. So I don't think that will be enough, but I think he is still my pick, but it's tight, especially with the man in second place, Keith Cronin. Now he does have seat time, so he has just come off the back of winning West Cork. He won the Galway Rally earlier in the year, so you know he's doing both Irish Tarmac and British Championship this year. and he's obviously setting a great pace in the Irish tarmac. I think it's going to be absolutely fascinating to see how he gets on and how he compares to Chris, particularly as the season progresses. The other advantage, of course, is while Ingram is in an older car, Cronin is in the latest spec Fiesta Rally 2, so he's obviously in a car that can win at WRC2 level, whereas the Polo obviously can't do that anymore. Also in a Fiesta Rally 2 is third place man and was it last year's BRC champion Ocean Price? Man, he's had a difficult road to get here. Like Ingram, he's probably not had as much seat time recently as he would like, and a slight disadvantage for him is that he is in a Fiesta, having spent a lot of time competing in a Polo recently. So a couple of tricky things for Ocean, but you can't write him off, can you? He's a great driver. So it is going to be, he's got to be there or thereabouts. My view is probably that the top three, provided there's no accidents or issues, touch wood, is that the top three should finish kind of as they start, but that is, I think any one of those guys could win it. Fourth place, I'm going to take a little bit of a segue with fourth place. Fourth place is Marian Evans. Oh, my laptop's trying to put a screensaver on. Sorry, I'm looking down a lot because I've got the entry list because there's so much to talk about. I can't remember it all. So Marian Evans is in fourth, and great seeding for him. Obviously another good driver, competed in Ireland a lot recently. Also a Polo man, and the relevance of that is important because the Polo that Ingram is driving is from the Melvin Evans Motorsport camp. And as you have probably seen if you follow rallying in any way this week, that Marian Evans and Chris Ingram announced the MEM Castrol rally team this week, and Marian is in a fortunate position to be driving the first GR Yaris Rally 2 in the UK. Isn't that fantastic? And doesn't the car look fantastic? Looks absolutely brilliant in the Castrol livery. I said online earlier in the week, it's so fortuitous in a way, isn't it, that they had that Castrol sponsorship and have been able to continue that deal to have that livery on that new car. Also fantastic. I love the fact that they did a proper media launch. So they did it at, I think it was Monmouth Golf Course, with Nicky Grist had his old ex-work Celica there, and he was involved with the event, and Mark James, former BRC commentator, was kind of overseeing, like Masters of Ceremony for the event, and lots of journalists there, and they had both drivers there, and they were running the car on some of the roads around the golf course. Absolutely, it's so good to see that. So good. It shows the scale and the ambition of people who are in and around the championship right now, and it's so good to see. So yes, but the important thing, how this relates to Ingram. So as I said, Ingram for this event is in the Polo, and that is significant. So as it stands, MEM have secured one Yaris, but they're still waiting for the second car. So for this event, Marian Evans will be in the Yaris, but Chris Ingram will have to wait, and hopefully he'll have the car by the second round, but I have heard rumours it might be the third. But isn't it amazing to see the GI Yaris in the UK this weekend? And it's just another tick in the box, isn't it, for success in the BRC. And I thought it was interesting, someone, I can't remember who it was, I think it was Luke Barry, said this on Twitter. Isn't it interesting that the Yaris has come to the UK before the Fabia RS Rally 2, which has been out quite a while now, hasn't it? But no one in the UK has one of those, as far as I'm aware. But we do have a Yaris, and we're about to get a second one. So that's really interesting. It just continues. Let me just go through the rest of the top 10. So we've got William Crichton in 5th place. He's in a Fiesta Rally 2. Mark Kelly, who won East Riding Stages, he's in 6th place. He's in a Fabia R5. James Williams is back in the BRC. He's in a Hyundai i20. Callum Black, who is a multiple National Asphalt champion, he is in 8th. He is registered for both the Pro Bike BRC and the Pro Tyre National Asphalt Series. Screensaver's come back again. Stop it. Should have turned it off, shouldn't I? We're not very professional. He's in his black Fiesta Rally 2. We've got Paul McKinnon. He is in 9th place in a Hyundai i20 R5. And then in 10th, we have Gary Pearson, who is a factory M Sport driver in a Fiesta Rally 2. And it doesn't stop there. 11th, Ewan Thorburn. He is in a Polo R5. David Wright is in 12th. He is doing a Pro Tyre in a Fiesta Rally 2. Kevin Davies in the Polo R5, Ollie Mellors in the Proton Iris, James Ford is in 15th, he's in a Citroen C3. It's a long way down for a Citroen, isn't it? Citroen's getting popular here. Neil Roskell, still going. He is registered for both the BRC and the Pro Tyre. He's in the Fiesta Rally 2. Elliot Payne. Elliot Payne, I think, is one to watch for me for sure. That's not to say that some of the people above him aren't. Callum Black in particular, I think, could be in amongst it. So, but I think it will be interesting to see the dynamic, won't it? So obviously we've got some very, very talented guys in the BRC, and we've also got, you know, the pick of the national championship guys with Callum and Elliot and some others. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how they shape up. Obviously, those two guys in particular have had a really strong couple of seasons. Elliot Payne's won the BTRDA championship twice, and he's going for it again, I think, this year. So I think it's going to be fascinating to see how they get on. It's just incredible, isn't it? Absolutely, what an incredible lineup. I think across the BRC and the Pro Tyre, there are over 40 R5 and Rally 2 cars, which is just amazing, isn't it? So, can't wait. Absolutely cannot wait. I think there's two things I want to finish on. Firstly, do you agree with my prediction? Do you think that Chris Ingram will win, or do you think someone else will? And the second thing is just on a coverage front. So the event is going to be covered live by the BRC in terms of stage end interviews. It's a bit of a shame. I would love to see them doing some live stage footage during the events. However, if you are craving live stage footage, Special Stage will have you covered for that. I know they're thinking of trying some new stuff this weekend again. Their coverage over the last season or so has been getting better and better and better, and they're upping their game in terms of technology and multiple camera feeds. So they are there primarily to cover the Pro Tyre series, but obviously they'll be covering the full field as much as possible. So you will be getting live footage from the stages on YouTube through them. And most importantly of all is the ITV coverage, which will be broadcast. I'm looking down again on the 2nd of April. So highlights, a 1 hour highlight show of round 1 will be on ITV4, 2nd of April at 5:45. It's then repeated on the 7th of April at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it will be on ITVX, their streaming service. Obviously, if you're in the UK, you'll be able to get that. Hopefully, if you're not in the UK, you'll be able to find it somewhere. The reason I'm talking about this, I'm not trying to be a TV announcer. The reason I'm talking about this is because, and I keep sharing it, is that it is so important that you watch it. If you are a rally fan, it is so, so important that you watch it, and try and watch it live. Because, let me rephrase that. Try and watch it live, or try and watch it on ITVX. But preferably live, because the more people that watch it, the more chance we have of retaining it, and the more chance of success we have. So you have to watch it, you have to give it to all your friends and your family and try and make them watch it. Anyone you know that likes cars or has a passing interest in cars, make them watch it. I keep saying this over the last few weeks and months. There's only so much that Motorsport UK and the BRC organisers and all the commercial people behind it and all the media people behind it, Matt Cotton and all the pro bike people, and there's only so much they can do, you know. They've all got behind it, they're all doing their job. The crews are getting behind it, so it's on us, isn't it? We have to make it a success, and the way that us, the average Joes that aren't competing, the way that we can make it successful is by watching. You know, go to Garstang if you're in the area, go to the stages if you're in the area, but probably more importantly is watch the coverage, watch the special stage feeds, watch the Matt Cotton feeds for stage ends, watch the highlights on ITV, because all of that support, those viewing figures are what's going to make the difference. So please support the championship. Please watch it. Please get everyone you know to watch it, because if we want the BRC to be successful, that is such a huge part of it. So, little rant over, please watch. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video there. Thanks as always for watching. I really hope you enjoy this weekend's rally. I cannot wait, and I really hope the BRC delivers, and I hope we are on the brink of a period of massive success of the championship. Cannot wait. Catch you again next week. I think hopefully we'll be doing a bit of a review of a fantastic rally.